What's going on, guys? Kaoiji here. So I want to talk about the balance changes in my actual opinions, because some people put words in my mouth and I don't like that. Like, I like pumpkin spice lattes, and pumpkin spice lattes make me happy, right? But I know that not everybody likes that, and that's what you call an opinion, right? So much like my opinion when it comes to the balance changes, some people may not like it. I completely understand. That's why YouTube comments exist in their conversation, because sometimes you guys give me information that I don't necessarily think about. But some people didn't give me anything to think about when it came to soaring blades and jet boots. However, I did go to the Discord and I was having some conversations, and some people were just off the wall. But anyway, we're not going to talk about that. I want to talk about my opinion actually of soaring blades and the adjustments and some of the other things that are, in these balance changes. Overall, I think these balance changes are actually amazing, right? Because it lowers the skill, or raises the skill floor, so that way on average, players should be better, overall. However, it does also raise the skill ceiling, because now there's new tools for a really high level gamers to be able to basically do the cool shit that they already do. But specifically talking about soaring blades, when I looked at these and I saw that there was no changes to them whatsoever, even in potency or even in some of the relaxed cancellation timing or sidestep canceling, I began to realize, wait, this doesn't change the weapon at all. There's a couple things that I want to talk about with that specifically, but the reason why that bothers me, specifically the soaring blades, is because they're a weapon that's overly convoluted as they are currently. Not to say that they're bad, because they do a ton of amount of damage. I'm aware of that. Even if I look at the data verification sheet and I go to Bouncer, I'm able to see just the stat distribution and how much damage that they are able to do, the amount of breakpoints that they're able to do. And soaring blades don't underperform in that department, but as a weapon, when it comes to mobility and other gameplay features, they do underperform, right? And that's kind of where I'm at with soaring blades. It's because no matter how much damage you deal, if you can have the fastest car in the world, but if you don't know how to drive a stick shift, it's still a stick shift, and therefore the car is useless, right? And that's kind of where I'm at. All right, you can have a ham sandwich, but if there's no ham, it's not really a ham sandwich, right? So that's kind of where I'm at with soaring blades. And jet boots are another one. I looked at the potency increase on that, and I'm like, that's not necessarily the problems that jet boots have as a weapon as an entire whole, because I feel like other things that are available within that weapon are fundamental changes that need to happen, because they're another weapon that's overly convoluted. I have no idea what you guys might have heard there, because I just started speaking words, but you get what I'm saying? The weapons are more complicated than they need to be. Therefore, it doesn't really matter how good they are in terms of damage and or party comps. They're just not good to play. And I think as great as Bouncer is as a class, these weapons are great, but only in a multi-weapon setting, but not in by themselves, which is why weapons like Katana specifically are shown above some of the other weapons in the game, because they can stand alone as a weapon and continue to get better as a multi-weapon. And I think every weapon should be that way. Every weapon should perform well individually and then become better with multi-weapons. And I think that's kind of maybe something that got lost in translation in some way. However, the reason why I started laxing my thinking over the last 24 hours is mainly because the steer region has at least another 10 skill points that are going to be available for players to wind up getting. So adjustments may come in the form of skills for soaring blades and jet boots to make them better. So they might only need potency increases. And that's my bird in the background, but I'm not editing this video, by the way. Right, so I thought that was interesting, because I totally forgot that it's only, this is October. That means in 2 months after which, when this balance update goes off, right, we have the steer region. So that means there's another set of 10 skills that are going to change the balance of the game immediately after. Right? So I'm going to hold out to say, you know what? As great of damage as these weapons might have, or as many of other features that these weapons might bring to party play, or even some individual play, I do feel as if there is some changes going to happen in in December. So that's kind of just where I'm at, right? I still think that these weapons should have at least had something touched up on them. Maybe some of the timings for the guard points and soaring blades might have been a little bit different. Maybe some of the parry windows could have been changed at least slightly, but we'll see. Maybe that's coming. Okay. Now, as far as combat getting easier, again, don't really see that as an issue because it'll only raise the skill ceiling, so it doesn't really move anything. The goalposts just go higher. So that way the average player is better, whereas the really skilled player is able to pull off even more cool shit. And that's where I'm at. I think that's really it. So overall, I don't think these balance changes are bad in any sort of way. I just feel as if there could have been more added to them. And I think that's something that was lost in translation in my last video. And some people took that as, hey man, no, wait a minute. And so, hey, continue to tell me, things in my comments, but do so respectfully, because some people wind up getting a little bit out of control, and that's not fun. That's not fun. But anyway, one other thing that I wanted to tell you guys is that I might be doing some live streams and or branching out of my content on YouTube with certain things. Those are going to be like 1 to 2 hour long videos, mainly because of the current state of Twitch. Twitch as an entire whole has been dealing with a lot of drama lately, and I don't necessarily agree with any of the plans that they've done because they've only hurt creators. And as much as I like live streaming on Twitch, it's whatever. So just wanted to give you guys that warning really quick because I know some people only want to watch Phantasy Star. So, but you might be seeing other videos that show up on your timeline. So anyway, guys, thank you guys again for watching. Stay awesome, stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. I'm out.